Yeah, eat, sleep, fantasy, you rockin' with the best. NFL Fantasy Football Podcast. We talking mock drafts, running backs, better follow the conversation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Eat, Sleep, Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Dale. Thanks for joining us, downloading, listening on YouTube, or watching on YouTube. We appreciate it. We have another fun, awesome day for you playing today because we're doing another mock draft. We record these mock drafts on Mondays, so in our eyes, it's Mock Draft Monday, even though you're listening to it on Tuesday. I apologize. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're doing the same thing as we did last week, basically. We're gonna run through a standard mock draft, half PPR, with a lot of contributors from ESF and then some listeners. I posted this on our Eat Nation private group on Facebook, so a lot of people joined that way. I think we got a couple of people on Twitter as well joining us. So after we do the whole mock draft, at the end, we're going to kind of go through all the picks. So it's kind of pretty quick fire throughout the whole mock draft. But at the end, we're going to kind of break it down a little slower and go through our favorite picks and our least favorite picks and go through some strategy. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Austin will be joining us soon. Austin Thompson, John, man, this is bad. John Gallagher.
Hey,
John Gallagher's here as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. He knows what he's doing. And
at least try
before we do get started, I do want to mention that we are doing these mock drafts all on Fantrax. Make sure you go to fantrax.com/ESF. Make sure you sign up. And then when we do hold mock drafts, you just click the link and you're right in. You may ask yourself, why are you using Fantrax, Dale? Why there's a million, well, maybe not a million, but there's a dozen other platforms you can use. Fantrax by far is the one that I enjoy the most, not only because they are fully customizable, which they are. I mean, you could go through basically any setting you want. I know we're doing a best ball listener league with like a bonus for a 1 to 4 yard touchdown, which is kind of fun. But besides that, even if you're not into fully customizing your stuff, you could just have a boilerplate league as well. And if you are already on a big platform, you can go and switch over. Fantrax will help you switch everything over, all the settings, if you want to change stuff. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried Fantrax yet, make sure you do. John is pick 101, so we're lucky to have him on here doing this. So, John, what 101? You're just you know what you're doing already, right?
Yeah, I do, and I don't like it. I don't like the box that I feel like I'm in when I'm at the first pick. Like, if I don't take Christian McCaffrey, everyone thinks I'm a fucking crazy guy. But I get it, and I like the Christian McCaffrey a ton. So yeah, he's gonna be my one. He's gonna be my first pick.
Yeah. I mean, and if you don't want to get death threats, that's probably a good idea just to take Christian McCaffrey. I have picked Dalvin Cook for my second pick. Pick 102. Like I said, guys, we're not going to go through every single pick of the first round. I'll kind of go through Heather, a new contributor of ours. I know she's listening. I'm not anxious, but I'm excited to see the work that she puts out this year. She's going to be a good addition to the team. We also have 7 angry inches picking and pick 1-4. I like it. Austin, you have pick 6, and let's see. What pick are you, Rob? I don't see your name here.
It looks like I'm pick 6.
Okay, pick 6. Oh, there you go. Okay, big shot, Rob. Yep, I see you. Gotcha. Sorry. Okay. Pick 4 was Nick Chubb. Interesting. I know we could talk about that a little bit. Saquon Barkley, pick 5 by Austin.
Nick Chubb at 4. You know what? I like it.
By the way, I know one of our drafters, Suk Dave, he is dealing with some stuff with his family. So best wishes to him and everything he has going on. He's been a listener for a while, so I hope everything's all right. All right. Let's see. We have pick 7 was Zeke. Pick 8 was Tyreek Hill. Pick 9. Before we kind of go on, let's see. I'm trying to set this grid. You know what? I kind of like this grid a little bit that we have on here. I'm gonna go with this grid tonight.
Let's get it.
So we have, can you guys see what I'm looking at? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go with this grid. Do you guys have any strategies coming into this mock draft? Are you trying anything different? Are you? I know, Austin. You're not picking any Cowboys today, or what?
It's partly because I'm I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hear you. All right. So to end round one, we had Jonathan Taylor at 9, Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, like you just mentioned, Devontae Adams at 12. Mock drafter 12. He didn't change his name, but he got Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce. I like it.
War Dog, you bitch. Taking Najee from me, man. I want him so bad.
All right.
Didn't you miss on him last draft
I
too?
sure did. I just
See.
take him at the 1 overall.
Okay, guys. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of working through this on my screen here. So, John, do you want to go ahead and break down what you see so far?
Well, they took my man Najee Harris in the second round. So second round's got some running back value that I like a lot. Clue, who went early on Joe Mixon, took Austin Eckler, which I think is a much savvier pick. Mock drafter 9 with this Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones stack is off to an excellent start. War Dog has a strategy where I think he wants explosive wide receiver first, and then getting Najee right there, I think, is a steal. So I really like these starts. Let's see, Matt Scalise.
Yep.
Excellent stack with the Zeke Cam Akers. Those dudes are going to get a ton of work. Let's see, Kamara and D-Hop I like a lot. Those are 2 elite positions to start your draft with. Ooh, Austin, George Kittle a little early, but you know what? Might as well have just drafted a 1,000-yard receiver because that's what he's going to give you.
Yep. I like George Kittle a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Love it. Ooh, so 7 Angry Inches is doing something I like a lot. So Nick Chubb, arguably one of the best purest runners in the NFL. He's going to pair that with Antonio Gibson. Mm-hmm. So his running back duo right there is something I like a lot. You can build a very good team around that.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Heather, we got Derrick Henry, who's a stud, and DK Metcalf. So she likes the freak monsters.
There you go.
Those are two incredibly athletic players that should produce very high numbers. So
all right, I'm trying something a little different this go around. I am going to go. I don't like it, but I'm going to go running back heavy just to see what my team ends up looking like. I do like James Robinson still, even with ETN there. I think he's still going to be a primary ball carrier. So I'm going to draft in James Robinson. That's not really a value pick because I know there were some good wide receivers there as well. I picked James Robinson over like AJ Brown, which I'd never want to do. But I did just to see what my team looks like. So I'm gonna, and now John is up, and you get Miles Sanders. You like Miles Sanders better than James Robinson?
I actually do.
Yeah. I was going back and forth, and you got David Montgomery. So you're starting off with 3 running backs as well, which I don't mind. Man, AJ Brown's still there, but okay. I'm telling you guys, if this was a real league, I definitely would be picking up AJ Brown immediately. I couldn't click fast enough, but because I'm trying to go running back heavy, I'm going to go Chris Carson here as my 3rd running back. I'm going him over J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Interesting. I don't mind it, but I do think that there's more upside with the other players you've mentioned. But Chris Carson is a very great floor, good running back that is always producing, RB2 numbers, and you're getting him in like the 3rd, 4th rounds pretty consistently.
Sure. I think I'm going to go a little bit more consistent than upside at this time, just because I didn't draft value based. I'm going heavy on the running back. I don't know if this is going to make sense or not, but I'm trying it out.
I think heavy running back is kind of essential when you're drafting in the first couple of picks like this, because the way the draft board is going to fall out by the time you get to pick in your 4th round, you're looking at some pretty less than desirable options. Like you're now hoping like, man, I hope Michael Carter gets a good workload, or like, right. I hope, let's see. I hope Ronald Jones is the guy. Like you end up having to hope a little bit more if you don't take running backs early.
Sure. So Austin, you picked Barkley, Kittle, and went Patrick Mahomes in round 3, and then Rob, you got Kamara, Hopkins, and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is always an interesting pick that we're going to talk about.
Value.
Don't mind it. I don't mind it.
It is.
I think some people are going crazy with the quarterback controversy. I don't know if it's a controversy, but people don't like the quarterback situation in New Orleans. But if you think he's quarterback proof, then why not? Patrick Mahomes is never obviously the first quarterback off the board, but not the worst. I don't mind it.
I think Michael Thomas is a safe bet for 100 receptions, and if you're getting him in the 3rd round, that's screaming value.
Yep. All right. So let's see here. We are going. We are in the 3rd round. 3-8 just took Darren Waller, the 3rd tight end off the board. Not very surprising. AJ Brown is still available in the late 3rd. We have a couple teams that went running back. I wouldn't be surprised to see AJ Brown come off the board in the next pick or two. Man, I really, really like it. But you know what? This is what we do. This is what we mock for. Yep. AJ Brown was just selected and round 3, pick 9. So good for him. Round 3, pick 10 was Justin Jefferson. So some of these big time wide receivers are flying off the board now. And let's see. I do want to shout out. So Soup Dave is on here. War Dog, if he's listening, I know who he is. He's a listener. Matt's been a listener for a long time. I mean, everybody here. I appreciate everybody joining us. They're all. Most of these people are pretty long time people in the ESF world. So I appreciate you guys joining us. All right, Clue just picked Allen Robinson, 311. I like Allen Robinson probably more than I did last year.
Yeah. Well, he's got a better quarterback now.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the quarterback upgrade is going to help him out a lot. He went 311. Now let's see who goes 312. Mock after 12. He got Adams, Kelsey, and let's see who he picks. This is kind of does he want to stay well rounded? Is he going to go running back here? The running backs really dried up by the 3rd round here. So Let's see. Me and you both, John, we both got 3 running backs each. So that's 6 off the board in the first 3 rounds.
I mean, so I think that is such a strong strategy when you're drafting this early, because we have 3 players that are instant locks. We're never not starting these players, and they're always going to be in that RB2 range, on a bad day.
Right.
So like those are like, that's how you win week to week. Like you need players that are going to give you a high floor week to week. And then you draft upside, mid round, late round. And then, when those guys go off, that's when you have a complete team.
Yep. All right. So we had J.K. Dobbins in 312. 4-1 was Josh Allen. I like it. Josh Allen was the 2nd quarterback taken off the board.
Yeah.
You guys
12,
agree or disagree with that?
Taking premier players at each position. You got your guys. I like it. I love Devontae Adams. Travis Kelce is a lock for 1,000 yards, year to year. Yep. J.K. Dobbins upside, especially if they are going to lean on him in the passing game. Excellent. And then Josh Allen can throw a football right out of the stadium and still hit a receiver.
Yeah. All right. So we had Terry McLaurin at 4-2, Kyler Murray at 4-3. I like it.
Yeah.
I like Soup Dave's team so far. Diggs, Jacobs. I'm not crazy about Jacobs, but whatever.
It's a little early for me on Josh Jacobs to take him there, but if he believes in it, I'm okay.
He took Jacob, and we can talk about this, but he took Jacobs over Aaron Jones and Najee Harris. I probably wouldn't have done it.
Jacobs back-to-back years on the Raiders, a bad team, 1,000-yard running back.
Sure. Yeah.
So like that, there is immense talent there.
Yeah. We have Keenan Allen and then CeeDee Lamb at 4-5. I like CeeDee Lamb. So a couple of people drafting. Let's see. We have one out of the 12 teams. We have one. Okay, we only have 2 really. That's drafted somebody in a different position every round so far. How much do you look at the balance of your team when you're drafting? Do you care?
It depends on where I am in the draft. Like for me, like in the beginning rounds, like I don't care as much about balance. I want a juggernaut. Like I need 3 players who are going to be always starting and producing a high floor for me. So that has less to do with balance and more to do with just kind of I overload on the running back position if I'm picking early.
Sure. Okay. All right. So we have Chris Godwin. Dak Prescott was a fourth quarterback. Dak Prescott was taken by Rob. Interesting pick there, Rob. I can't unmute you because I think you muted yourself. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, let's talk Dak. Let's talk Dak. Where do you see the upside?
I mean, leading the NFL in yards last year through 5 games before his injury. I think 4th round value for that upside with the same offense.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Man, that's some fire, Rob. I like it. Listen to that. He was ready. He knew we were going to talk about him.
Well, I feel like if you take Jack in the 4th, you got to back it up a little bit.
He did. He brought the fire.
That's what I'm saying. I respect the pick a lot. Like Dak Prescott was lighting the league on fire. Those first few weeks.
Yep. Rob bringing the fire. I like it. Let's see. 7 angry inches. Chubb, Gibson, Hilaire, Mike Evans, a pretty solid start.
Yeah.
Heather has
I love the value with Evans.
Heather, she had the 3rd overall pick. Henry, Metcalf, DeAndre Swift, and Justin Herbert. Mm-hmm. Herbert, the 5th quarterback taken. At this point, oh shoot, I'm up. Let's see.
Oh, you got Thielen. Almost. I like Thielen.
Let's see. So I went running back, all to start. So I'm probably going to start stacking up on wide receivers. I have. Let's see. I'm going to. Oh crap. Oh yeah. Okay. I was a little behind. Thielen was an auto pick. That's why you said Thielen. I was wondering why you're talking about Thielen. I probably would have selected Thielen given who was available. So that would be a bad pick. Auto pick by me. Deontay Johnson.
I think I'm gonna.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. From right now, I'm debating between Kupp and Ayuk, but I'm gonna go Kupp right now.
Okay. I will go Ayuk.
I like that.
We kind of talked about this last time, right? I mean, I'm picking Ayuk over guys like DJ Moore, Kenny Golladay, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Why not?
I would have done the same thing.
So I got Ayuk as my 2nd wide receiver in a 3 wide receiver league. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this kind of plays out.
Cooper Kupp is just so consistent, and the upgrade at quarterback, I think, is going to be. I think it's going to be lights out for him. I think he has the chance of having a top 10 year.
Yeah, and he wasn't. His success was not predicated on good QB play.
Right. He he wins, dude. His route running prowess is excellent, and Stafford knows how to sling it.
Yep. Heather had got TJ Hawkinson. At this point, for me at least, I'm waiting as long as I can on tight end and quarterback. Unless if you're really, really high on TJ Hawkinson, I know some people are. That's okay. Mm-hmm. But for me, I'll especially after TJ Hawkinson has departed from the board. Myles Gaskin, Austin. You like Gaskin, huh?
Yeah. I think he doesn't have any competition right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. As much as I hate the Dolphins, I think Gaskin is a very strong RB2 that you just got in the 5th round.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He get a lot of work, and if Tua improves too, his value is going to increase.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he should. Tua will get better.
I agree with that.
I think Gaskin averaged 20 touches his last 8 games last year, so
tremendous.
That offense was coming together for him.
Yeah,
I've seen the Dolphins perform in the last 30 years. I'm telling you guys, don't mean to burst your bubble.
I like it.
But the Dolphins they're gonna suck again.
And if they don't,
they will, John.
But can we talk about the if they don't?
They will. I'm telling you, they're not making the playoffs.
But if they don't suck, what happens? If the positive moves they've made with their coaching staff and players doesn't equate to a bad season, like you're saying, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Let's think about it.
We should.
Aaron Rodgers taken off the board by mock
Love
drafter
it.
9. I keep, when you guys are in these mock drafts, you can go into the little settings page and change your name. So I could be calling you by, Dave or whatever your name is instead of mock drafter 9. Just to let you know, mock drafter 9. Because he's actually doing pretty good in mock drafter 9. I like his team a
I like
lot.
his team a lot. Those are strong players.
Ronald Jones was taken here at 5'10". I'm not a Ronald Jones guy. Mark Andrews was taken 5'11". So slowly but surely, some of these quarterbacks and tight ends are kind of drying up, which I'm okay with, because I'm going to sneak around and get a good wide receiver.
Yeah, I think that there's higher value in the receivers on the board right now than there are with the tight ends.
I agree. All right. Let's see here. Mock drafter 12 is up. So far, we're going to have a fun time at the end of this episode because there are some really interesting teams. Damian Harris selected 5'12".
Let me take a look at the list here, running backs.
Who did he take over Damian Harris?
I like it. I think Damian Harris is going to get a ton of work. They have and Zach, he's going upside. And you know what? He's swinging. I like it.
Upside, I mean, God, that would be so hard for me to skip Javonte Williams.
Maybe.
Etienne, Mike Davis.
Etienne was the only other person I was looking at in this list where if you took him, I get it. But Zach Moss, I think, did a lot to show that he should be the primary back. And I don't think Devin Singletary did enough to demonstrate that he should remain their running back 1.
Sure. I agree.
And like, fantasy football, you kind of have to roll the dice. So if you do believe that he gets the job or he gets that role, he does have the talent to be excellent in that offense.
So there are 5 running backs that I think, like I said, I want to go running back heavy. I think there's 5 running backs right now. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 6. Let's see, we're at 6-5 right now. Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, Chase Edmonds, Travis Etienne,
Mike Davis, strong pick.
Mike Davis.
Mike Davis. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, Mike Davis, man, getting him in the 6th round as your RB2 or 3.
It's his 3. I like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. I would like Mike Davis as my 2. I think I would be comfortable if I really waited. If I want wide receiver heavy early, I would love to wait on Mike Davis.
Yeah,
Javonte Williams. Okay, so all these guys are going now. After I mentioned them, I guess it was about time.
Mike Davis is not a sexy pick, but the volume that I believe he's going to inherit is going to be great for your fantasy team.
Sure. Now, let me ask you guys this. Going in, I have 3 solid running backs that I'm probably going to start no matter what. And we have basically 3 slots to start running backs in. If I feel like there's a 4th running back that I could start every week, is it a waste to pick him?
Ooh, Austin, great pick. I would have taken him.
Kyle Pitts.
If he came back to me, that's who I was going to take.
Kyle Pitts at 6'8". Not a bad pick.
I figured that was a good spot to get him.
That's a terrific spot to get him.
Yeah.
He's gonna feast. Anybody who thinks he's just a tight end, you're missing you're seeing the tree and not the forest.
I agree.
What was your question, Dale? I'm sorry.
Hold on. I'm up. Okay. So I'm going to try to explain as quick as I only have 30 seconds. Basically, I have 3 running backs that are going to start no matter what. I have 2 wide receivers. So I need a 3rd wide receiver for my starting lineup. But should I get a running back that I know I can't start because I'm telling you right now, I'm just going to go ahead and get Travis Etienne as my 4th running back. And I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but I am.
Oh, you.
I think Austin was going to yell at me, but I just mic'd his phone because he had some noise. But I got Travis Etienne.
I'm going to take Russell Trilson in the 6th round.
Nice. You see his workout videos. That's what did it for you, didn't it?
I have not seen a workout video of his. How's it look?
Oh, that's great. No, he's up on like a balcony overlooking the ocean. We're lifting weights and stuff.
Oh,
it's
yes.
Like he's ready. Yeah.
It's a winning look.
Definitely. Before you mock draft, you got to go look at all these guys' workout videos, and that's how you can really tell.
No, I don't. So this is a good mock scenario. This is upside because when he's good, he's great. Let's see if that works for me.
Where'd you go? Let's see.
I went Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham. So you got Russell Wilson, Odell Beckham on the turn of 6 and 7. I'm at 7-2. I'm looking at some wide receivers because I am thin. I'm very running back heavy. My wide receivers: Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jarvis Landry, DJ Chark. Let's go. Who has more upside? I kind of like Jarvis Landry. I don't know if that's a ton of upside here compared to Tyler Boyd or T. Higgins.
Maybe that Cortland Sutton fella.
Yeah, that is some upside. That is some upside, but I think to fill out my starting lineup. No. Jarvis Landry. Oh, dang it. I waited too long. I got Chase trade.
I like Chase Claypool over the Jarvis pick.
Okay, good to know. I really want to get Jarvis Landry, so Austin can't get him.
Okay.
Because that's Austin's boy.
I mean, there's something to be said about players that are just not supposed to be that big and fast and strong, and Chase Claypool is that kind of guy.
And he's Canadian, and Clayton's not here, so
yeah,
you got to do it. Sorry, Austin. I tried to ruin your day, and I couldn't do it.
Where do you guys see Odell Beckham? Do you guys see upside there, or do you think we've seen the best of him?
I don't know if we've seen the best of him, but I think we've seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he can. I mean, the flashes of awesomeness. As not, it's just flashes.
It hasn't. So you're worried about the consistency.
Yeah. Isn't everybody? Isn't that why he falls into? Yeah.
It's just.
I think in a full season, he's going to give you 3 really good highlight plays.
3 plays.
And that's what drives me nuts about him.
Yeah. Like highlight plays, like an 80-yard touchdown, a one-hand grab.
It'll be something phenomenal. Like it'll be a one-handed catch while saving a puppy and kissing a cheerleader,
Yeah.
He'll do that, and then he'll be a ghost. That's why I like Landry so much, because Landry's at least consistent.
Yep.
Landry's always been consistent. I agree with that.
Let's see here. So we've had, in the 7th round, we had Beckham, Claypool, Chase Edmonds. I like that pick by Heather. We got Hunter Henry as tied in the 7th round. Landry by Austin, of course. T. Higgins, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cortland Sutton. John, you mentioned good upside pick. I agree. He has Tyreek Hill and
Edie. I think he's got some fucking sweet wide receivers.
Yeah.
I like his style. Najee, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, they're going to get work.
Yep.
Najee is going to get a ton of work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know that.
I'm so high on Najee Harris this year. I don't care who knows it.
I mean, I don't think that's uncommon. It's just how high. How high is too uncomfortable, right? Like, there's a line somewhere. You can love Najee Harris, but there's a line. For a rookie running back, there's a line.
Like, well, if I'm at 12, like if I'm mock draft after 12, I'm probably doing Devontae Adams, Najee Harris. Like, I don't think I'm letting him out
sure.
of that.
Is that what he's worth, or is just that where you have to get him at?
I would say.
I mean, obviously, there's no way he's coming back to you if you're drafting 12.
I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the year if he's worth a top 7 pick.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's see. We have AJ Dillon selected in not bad in 7-10.
Do you guys see AJ Dillon as more of a handcuff, or do you think he gets a lot more work this year?
I think he's a handcuff. I mean, am I wrong here? I mean, is there a really strong argument that he's not?
Well, they shipped out Jamal Williams, so there is no other back. Like Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are going to be the guys in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
They did use AJ Dillon a bit down the stretch last year, and he looked great. And they did spend a high draft pick on him. So there are things that they've done that make me think they're going to want to get more use out of him. So I have him a little higher than a handcuff right now, but I'm just wondering where you guys see him.
I think he's definitely a top tier handcuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there. But no, I mean, I think they're paying AJ Jones, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to want their value there, right? As well.
True.
So
true.
But I don't know. The Packers are weird, right? I mean,
they can be
Jordan Love. Who knows?
Yeah,
but I don't see him being anything a top tier handcuff. I'll give you, for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's see. Suk Dave got him as a 4th running back. That's fine. He has some upside. I think I would take AJ Dillon or David Johnson. AJ Dillon or David Johnson.
I lean Dillon over Johnson.
Just for the upside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Houston's going to be losing by 21 points every game. They won't be able to run the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
How likely you think Deshaun Watson plays? Or unlikely? I'll ask.
I mean, we've heard less about him than we've heard Aaron Rodgers. Those are the 2 biggest questions we have right now.
Very true. I mean, because in terms of fantasy football, I mean, Deshaun Watson last year, he's gone, right? 7th round, he's not around.
Sure.
And that paid out. Like if you drafted him high, it was fine. He was a great fantasy football contributor for your team. If you're telling me that we don't know right now if he's going to play or not, but he might, I don't hate the dart throw of taking Watson, anywhere in these later rounds.
Right. Yeah.
You would think if he was going to get suspended, we would know by now.
We'd know a little more, or like more of these accusations would have been solidified, or like the charges, I think officially pressed. I don't think they have been yet.
Yeah, that whole situation, we talked about that a little bit last. Pittsburgh defense was taken.
First D off the board. It's a good defense.
Not sure if that was auto draft or not. It's hard to tell. Gronk was chosen. Let's see what pick was that?
Interesting.
8-3. Hey, one more year, right? He got Tom Brady and Gronk.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't. I'm sorry. Tom Brady went after Gronk. He doesn't have both of them. But hey, I mean, if you really want to get a tight end now, I mean, where their tight ends are on the board, let me see. Logan Thomas, I'd probably take ahead. Robert Tonyan, I'd probably take ahead. So there's still a few that I would, but I mean, all that Gronk needs is a few touchdowns and he can be a top 5 tight end, right? It's not that crazy to ask for. Jamar Chase, let's see. Jamar Chase was just taken in the 8-5. And right after that was Deebo Samuel, 8-6.
Love the Deebo pick.
I feel like I don't know if I'm just high. I know, John, you're high on all your 49ers picks.
Yeah.
But Deebo, I feel like, is severely undervalued. But then I have Ayuk so high that I'm scared.
Jerk.
Laviska Shenault by Austin at
takes my Visca from me. I was thinking about reaching on him over Odell Beckham, and I might do it next time.
Jamar Chase got taken.
Yeah.
Sorry, Austin.
Laviska Shenault has all the makings of just a fantasy football superstar because of how versatile he is and how much they're willing to use him in different parts of the field.
Yep.
Yeah. You must have watched his Colorado highlights.
I watched everything on him. I'm very high on Laviska Shenault, and they didn't shy away from like slot looks, outside looks, even wildcat looks. Like the Jaguars tried it out last year.
All right, I am picking now 8-11. Let's see. I am going to go. Oh no, I still have to bolster my wide receivers a little bit more. You know what? I'm gonna go wide receiver here. Maybe a little upside with Jalen Waddle.
I like it.
He's a rookie. He does have some. Yeah, I mean, he has some upside.
This might be your first step to coming around to the Miami Dolphins. Might know what they're doing now.
Only because it's a mock draft, I'm picking a Dolphin.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Only because this is a mock draft. I'm not rooting for any Dolphin. I'm so adamant about this, and I'm so angry. I don't know why I'm angry, but I am.
Why that anger?
So, John, you have the 8-12 and 9-1. Who you taking?
Yeah, I am gonna go. I think this upside is absolutely bonkers with Dallas Goedert as the tight end 1 for the Eagles.
Okay.
And then
you pair him up with Zach Ertz.
I like this little. I like this guy. This guy,
it's a sneaky good pick.
I think Antonio Brown is going to be a lot better than people are realizing. I understand he looked crazy in the media. I understand he's had a weird past 2 years, but that guy plays football. Tom Brady believes in him, and I think Tom Brady is going to want to make sure that it looks like he put his name out on the line when he wanted to go get Antonio Brown. Like I think Tom Brady's going to want to make that connection look good.
Right. It's like part of his legacy or something, right?
It's not. It's tied to it very loosely, but I do think that Tom Brady is the type of guy that's like if he puts his name on something, he's going to want to make sure that it's well received.
Right. All right. So
that was a good pick, Dale.
Thanks. Yeah, I got Jerry Jeudy 9-2. So
2 speedsters with Waddle and Jeudy.
I'm really interested to see how this team shapes out and hear what your guys' thoughts are. Just because and both of us, me and John, went running back heavy to start. John has not drafted a running back since round 3, so I'd like to see his team. But he did get a tight end quarterback, and I have yet, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I just think the value with Russell Wilson there is really, really, really high.
Sure. Devin Singletary was finally picked, and by Austin, round 9, pick 5. Rob got Logan Thomas. I like Logan Thomas at 9-6, given the tight end the tight ends available. I think maybe I'm waiting a little bit too long for these tight ends. I don't know. We'll see how this shapes up. I do not have a tight end or quarterback yet, and I'll be in round 10. I'll be in round 10 next pick, so we'll see.
I still think Tanyan, Gesicki, Fant, Jonu, like these are all Irv Smith, like these are all great high upside tight ends. I wouldn't be mad at any of those on my team.
Yeah. James Conner, value pick big time by Matt. Geez. Middle of the 9th pick. I like James Conner a lot. The middle of the 9th. All right. Let's see. Will Fuller was taken off the board. Where was Will Fuller taken off here? Let's see. The end of the 9th, 9-10, Will Fuller was. It's a good wasted pick by Soup Dave.
I kind of agree. He's only looked good the 1 year he got popped for peds. Like he's another. He's got the flashes. I love his speed, but
how much speed do the Dolphins need at this point?
At this point, no, not a lot.
I think the rookie. I don't know. I think.
No, Waddle's got this for sure.
Yeah. So, Baltimore defense was taken at the end of the 9th round.
Yeah, they play good D. This is still a little early for defenses for my taste.
Sure, New England. Some of this might be auto drafted. People are coming in and out too.
Yeah.
This isn't a life or death situation to be every pick. If you have to take care of family or something, I'm sure people are coming in and out. So they could be auto drafted, which is fine. If you are doing any of these picks on Fantrax, by the way, you can always pre-rank your players too, so you're not getting auto drafted this early. Or maybe this is what you want. Who knows? Justin Tucker by Clue. Justin Picker for sure, number 1 kicker this year, I think. No?
That was ever since they drafted Lamar Jackson, they had a story where Justin Tucker was saying, like, we go for it on 4th down so much more often now. Like, his attempts at kicking have diminished. Like, is he an excellent NFL kicker? 100%. But the Ravens offense is a lot more aggressive now than it was before Lamar Jackson.
Yep. All right. So we are into round 10, pick 6. Joe Burrow was just taken at pick 5 in round 10. Let's see. Was that War Dog? I think that was War Dog's first. Yeah, it was his first quarterback. So he took Joe Burrow as his first quarterback in round 10.
He got the Chase and the Burrow stack.
There you go. And Matt actually took Ryan Tannehill, a good pick, in the 10th round. So that just shows you. You wait on quarterbacks. Like Rob got Dak in round 4,
right?
And then you got Joe Burrow in round 10. Look.
Did we lose you?
Looking at it,
okay.
I understand the value. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just thought I lost you.
Okay. Were you just zoning me out, or you couldn't hear me?
Good. Yeah, I would never do that.
Oh no, I was just saying that the value of Dak Prescott has in round 4 as opposed to Tannehill or Joe Burrow in round 10.
Well, so the floors for Ryan Tannehill and Joe Burrow are a little more. You'll probably get more floor games, but they're going to be high floor games out of them. Dak Prescott does have the chance to string together weeks of 30-point games, 40-point games.
Sure.
So I get it. I get that upside. But Tannehill, Burrow, you're probably your regular game that you'll get week in, week out is probably a 20+ point game. And if you're getting that in the 10th round, that's great.
Yeah. All right. I am up at 10-11 now.
Oh, Stafford pick. I really like that. Oh, she already got Justin Herbert, though.
Yeah. We'll look at her stuff. Jalen Hurts is available.
Yeah, I think that's great upside.
Man, I just don't want to draft a quarterback yet. I'm trying to go against the grain a little bit of my normal thinking. I'm going to grab T.Y. Hilton. I know not a lot of people love him, but again, I'm going to try to go wide receiver heavy here a little bit.
Sell me on T.Y. What do you see with him going this year in that offense?
I mean, obviously, we talked about some other players. A quarterback upgrade, I believe. I think Rivers was on his last leg, almost literally last year. Yeah. I mean, Wentz. Look, some people are saying Wentz is going to have the year of his life, right? The year of his career. T.Y. Hilton is going to play an important part of that. I don't think T.Y. is done. Do you?
I don't know if he's done, but I do kind of think we've seen the best out of him. So, in these rounds, I think I am drafting for a little more upside, but I'd be happy to be wrong about that.
Okay. I mean, where's this offense going to? Mm-hmm. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, right? But I mean, are we all betting on Paris Campbell again, or who? I mean, what are we doing in Indianapolis? I mean,
I like Pittman.
Jack Doyle, Pittman,
and it is going to run through Taylor.
Sure, yeah, we know that.
All right, I just took 2 swings on some rookies I love.
All right, yep, you got Trey Sermon and Rondale Moore. Mm-hmm. It's back to me. Let's go. I'm looking for upside here, but there's not a lot of upside with a good value. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to draft a quarterback. I'm going to draft Jalen Hurts.
I think that's perfect.
It's going to be 24 picks to my next pick, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts is my quarterback, my very first one, and I waited round 11, the beginning of round 11. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there might have not even been a starting quarterback available next. I'm going to put a pin in that. I'm going to see what quarterbacks are available, whatever 22 picks from now, see what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Austin, you are up at round 11, pick 5.
And then Dale, to make a comment about your Dak Prescott question last round.
If it's a good one. I'm joking. What's up? Tell me.
No, I was going to say, if I knew I could have got Ryan Tannehill and Matt Stafford in round 10, I definitely would have waited. I figured in a standard league, these quarterbacks would have went a lot sooner. Sure.
Yeah. Good comment. The thing is, you don't know, right? Are you getting the value? Maybe some of these players, they always talk about value-based drafting. You don't really know their value until rounds later, right? I mean, you're kind of anticipating these, but is Jalen Hurts for me good value if the next good quarterback is still on the board, 22 picks, it won't look so hot, right? So that's an interesting thought there, Rob.
But how many I think there's Tua and maybe Baker, but not a lot of those quarterbacks run, and the value that a running quarterback has for a fantasy football team is pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Tanyan was just taken the middle of the 11th by Matt. Rob took Javian Hawkins. I love Javian Hawkins there, Rob. Good pick. If I wasn't so heavy on running back, I would have definitely considered. I do think he plays a role in the offense some way this year. Zach Ertz was taken. So now these tight ends, you got 3 tight ends already in the 11th round taken off the board. Zach Ertz isn't even being talked about enough.
I don't know. I'm going to be surprised if he has a prominent role in that offense. It looks like they were trying to ship him pretty hard.
Yeah. Mike Williams, good pick. Soup Dave, round 11, pick 10. Curtis Samuels. I definitely like that pick.
Yeah.
I think it has some nice upside there. Let's see. We have Curtis Samuels drafted the end of the 11th round. Latavius Murray, I missed that pick. That was 11th. Let's see, 11-7. And Naheem Hines, last pick of round 11. Naheem Hines, we talked about this maybe, but we'll talk about it again. Naheem Hines is the one to own behind Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
How confident are we on that?
Yeah, who else would it be?
What's that other guy's name? There's who?
Exactly.
No. What's that other guy's name? Somebody knows.
Marlon Mack.
Yes, Marlon Mack. Yeah, there you
go. That's a running back, bouncing back off of an Achilles tear. Really hard to do. I think Naheem Hines has a little more in the tank.
Okay. Naheem Hines. Cole Beasley was taken 12-4.
Mm-hmm. Unvaccinated Cole Beasley.
Yeah. Picking him is political.
It is.
That needs to be a shirt. I'm writing that down. Don't steal it. Political fantasy football t-shirts.com. Let's see. Corey Davis, round 12, pick 5. You don't like Corey Davis, John. I think I remember from last stream.
I was super high on him coming out as a rookie, and I was just waiting for him to put it together. He's had some flashes. I don't hate that pick.
Okay.
I don't think it was Corey Davis that I disliked last time. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Yeah, I think I picked Corey Davis and you yelled at me. I'm pretty sure.
I yelled?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got really mad at me. Yeah.
Let me see.
I think you cursed at me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It was bad.
It was.
I edited it out.
Okay.
So bad. Austin's picking. Austin's going in and out of the stream for some reason. I wonder where Austin's at. It sounded like he had like a like running a preschool over at his house. Every time when I unmute him, it's like you hear like kids going crazy. Mm-hmm. So Austin, either I don't know. I don't want to sound too mean because I'm not mean. I'm saying this fun, fun spirited.
He's moonlighting in childcare.
I seriously think he has like 8 kids. I've seen some family Facebook photos. I'm pretty sure he has like 8 kids.
Right on.
They're all crazy kids. Yeah.
He took the Phillip Rivers approach.
He's a Phillip Rivers of EC Fantasy.
Right.
He took. I bet you he got disconnected because he just took a kicker. I'm sure that was auto picked, unfortunately. But hey. Awesome. Good for you if you got Harrison Butker on purpose. All right. I'm up. Right before me, Heather took Darnell Mooney.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, solid. Let's see. I am going to I'm going to go look for some running back upside here just because there's not enough. I am going to get Chuba Hubbard. I know I'm taking him way too early, way too early. But given the options, I'm just going to go for it.
Right on.
I'll see what my team looks like at the end. Chuba Hubbard, the basically handcuffed to Christian McCaffrey, and we know what he went through last season. Mm-hmm. So Chuba Hubbard can easily be this year's Mike Davis, right? Genghis John took
my backup QB.
Trevor. Trevor Lawrence.
He's going to be lights out. And then, Gerald Everett is about to feast in that new Seattle offense. They took the Rams offensive coordinator who used to design plays for Gerald Everett, and he's over in Seattle now.
Yep. All right.
They're going to use him heavily.
Sure. I am going to choose my tight end. You know what? just because I don't have enough Dolphins on my team, I'm taking Mike Gesicki as my tight end off the board.
Strong pick.
Yeah.
Dude's got very sticky hands.
Again, if this is real, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Elijah Moore was a good pick. I was actually thinking Elijah Moore. Heather grabbed him in the beginning of the 13th round. I didn't notice. I know this was a long time ago. Melvin Gordon in the 6th round. I want to talk about that. He went back to back with Javonte Williams. Rob got him, so I want to talk to Rob. Remind me, put a bookmark in that, Rob, for after we're done with this draft. Because
Sounds good.
Would like to talk a little bit about Melvin Gordon here.
Is that about where you drafted him last week?
Right around there, I think. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was somewhere around there. So we will. All right. So we got Sterling Shepard in the beginning of the 13th round.
Mm-hmm. Strong value there too. I mean, he is a good wide receiver on that team.
At what point do you only want upside in your draft? We have, let's see how many we have. Three bench spots remaining.
Yeah, I kind of think once you're into 9, 10, and then you double-digit rounds for sure. It's better to swing for upside than hope for a low floor from some of these players that don't see the field that often.
Yeah, I just don't know how much upside we really need to take. I don't know, somebody like Nico Collins, right? The wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver from Houston. How I understand there's upside there because he is a rookie, but
well, he offers more dynasty upside than redraft.
Yeah,
there are some wide receivers who are rookies that offer a lot more upside than Nico. Like Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney, he's going to get a big role. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to get a big role. Rondale Moore, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a starting slot role and they use him a lot in the backfield. So I think there are a lot of wide receivers in the rookie category that offer more upside in redraft than dynasty, but I still like a lot of these dynasty picks like Nico Collins.
J.D. McKissick was taken round 13, pick 9. Darrell Henderson, interesting pick, round 13, pick 8. Again, I like that upside pick there.
With Henderson?
Yeah.
I
think that there's definitely some there. John Brown was taken round 13, pick 10.
There's the sun god, Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra. Is that how do you pronounce his name?
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
Interesting name. Interesting.
You nailed it.
Interesting fella.
I think he's going to be much better than his brother Equinemius. So he's kind of built more like Debo than Equinemius.
Oh, are they brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Equinemius St. Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown are brothers, and their dad was Mr. Universe at one time.
Really? Very interesting.
Very athletic gene pool.
How'd you know?
I'll do the research, homie. I'm out here.
Wow. Okay, man. Being a bodybuilder, that's just as much dedication as like a real real athlete.
Oh yeah,
like
Mr. Universe, dude. I don't think they take days off. Ooh, clue with the Trey Lance pick. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Trey Lance. Let's see, clue.
So as non-49er fans, or maybe they're not your primary team, where do you guys see Trey Lance starting, if at all, this season?
I think it'll be late this season. I mean, it sucks that your bye is so late, right? So it's hard to say after the bye because that's the season's pretty much over. When's your bye? Like 10 or week 10 or something crazy?
I want to say 10 or 11.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that kind of makes it a little difficult to say after the bye. But is it crazy to think that? I mean, can Jimmy Garoppolo take him to whatever 7-3? or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can go 8-2. I think the 49ers could definitely go 8-2. And then do they start Trey Lance? I don't think they would. What's your thought? I mean, if it's something like 8-2 or 7-3, are they benching Garoppolo?
Yeah, no, I don't. Not if we're winning. I don't think they rock the boat that way. I'm just more interested in a camp battle, which I think it will come down to. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of Trey Lance too. So I have him starting, like week 4 or earlier. That's where I have him. That's if they want to see what he's got. So like that's going to be if there's a camp battle and Trey Lance is just showing out so much more, which I think he has the potential to do. But if they're just interested in starting Jimmy and seeing if they can win games that way and putting Trey Lance on the back burner to develop, I'm not mad at that either.
So if you were Kyle Shanahan, wearing a flat brim hat and everything, what are you doing? How are you approaching everything right now?
I'm taking my number 3 draft pick and I'm starting him as soon as I can.
Okay.
And I want to see, what this guy can do.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Jimmy G's only played more than 6 games once in his career.
Yeah. Really?
So
whoa.
And that year they went to the NFC Championship. What? So yeah. That
is bonkers. Rob coming in. If you guys don't know, Rob also did our water cooler talk. I'm trying to talk him in and doing more. He hasn't yet, but if you guys go to our water cooler talk episode, he did like a quick 5-minute podcast or 8-minute, something like that, right, Rob? It was awesome, by the way. You got some good feedback on it.
Hope I sound a little louder this time around.
Yeah, you were like it was for the what? Oh shoot, I'm up. Crap. Let's see. I'm going. Oh shoot, that's how I picked. Sorry, I'm in the middle of talking and I didn't realize. So yeah, I just got auto drafted. Tennessee defense. Okay, that's fine. I was just talking. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, John, Rob, in your water cooler talk, it literally sounded like you were hiding in a cubicle, which I think. You're kind of whispering and trying to stay away from your boss, which is a whole thing. So, John, you got Gabriel Davis and San Francisco in the 15th round. So I'm in the beginning of the 15th round. I'm going to go. Let's see. I'm looking pretty much at every offensive position. Tight end, I feel like a little weak with Mike Gesicki, and I kind of waited late on him. So I might get my second tight end, which would be I'm gonna take a stab at Jonnu Smith. That was my second tight end. We'll see what happens there with Jonnu. I liked him a lot in Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
And New England, I mean, I think they're going to come out really wanting to play these two tight ends like how they used to with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, and the quarterback situation they have with, is it Cam, is it Mac? I anticipate a lot of 2 tight end looks and a lot of run heavy schemes. So I think that those the tight ends and the running back are going to be your fantasy football producers on that Patriot offense.
Sure. All right, I'm going to go. Let's finish out this round in the 15th round, and then I'm going to go through. Actually, we could just start doing that now. Actually, let's go through. Let's go through this big board here that I have up. If you're watching on YouTube, you can kind of see the big board here. But I'm going to kind of go through it as best as I can via audio, so it's at least listenable. But I'm going to go through some of these guys. I want your opinions. I'll kind of call out a couple names per round, and you guys let me know. The first round started with a ton of running backs. The first 7 picks were running backs, not crazy. Actually, all the first round is not crazy at all. Tyreek, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams went 1, 2, 3. As far as wide receivers go, it's fine. The second round, let's go back around. Austin Eckler. We talked about the Travis Kelce pick and the George Kittle pick. I grabbed James Robinson as my second running back. James Robinson and Miles Sanders kind of, for me, are the same person. John, I know you like Miles Sanders a lot. It's hard to not talk about the same people because those are the people that interest me.
Yeah, it's just the Eagles didn't draft the running back in the first round.
Sure.
And the Jaguars kind of did. So that diminishes my value on James Robinson a bit. And the games that Miles Sanders played with Hurts looked really good. The games he played with Wentz didn't look that great, and I think a lot of people are equating his season last year with Wentz to like what he's going to do next year with Hurts, and I think that's a mistake.
Sure. Josh Jacobs was probably my least favorite pick out of round 2. I probably would have gotten Najee, Aaron Jones, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson in that order before Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I think Antonio Gibson's going to be great this year.
Yeah, likewise. Let's see. Round 3, we started off. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a fourth. It was a fourth pick. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick. Austin got Patrick Mahomes. Rob got Michael Thomas. I'm up in the air about that pick, but he kind of explained himself. A.J. Brown still wasn't picked until the end of the 3rd round. Mock draft 9, whoever that was. I think that was a pick of that round for sure. I really like that. You guys disagree?
I don't think I'm taking Calvin Ridley over A.J. Brown. I see that went down.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if I was Rob, I would argue A.J. Brown over Michael Thomas as well.
I can entertain that argument though, like that. Sure. But I can't. The Calvin Ridley AJ Brown comparison. I think that you kind of whiffed there. I think AJ Brown would have been a much higher value.
Right. Okay.
Then I also stacked Thomas with Kamara, so AJ Brown was definitely the better pick. But
I see.
This is why we mock.
This is why we mock.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that stack. Honestly, I don't. You just have a lot of. You're gonna have a lot of faith in the Saints offense. That's all.
It is good to diversify your bonds.
Sure. All right, J.K. Dobbins was taken. I don't feel one way or another about J.K. Dobbins. We can kind of skip that.
No, I think Josh, some pretty solid upside.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't like it because you don't Lamar's the primary rusher there or what?
It's just not sexy. I don't know. It's like, I
think it is a little sexy, but okay.
Look, they get the ball on the 6-yard line. What's happening? Lamar Jackson's going to roll out and score. I don't see a ton of opportunity. Now, if you look at the running back picks, which is crazy because J.K. Dobbins was taken at the end of the 3rd, not another running back was taken until the middle of the 5th.
Yeah, with Gaskin.
Yeah. So we went a shit ton of picks without taking a running back. And then you went Gaskin, Hunt, Jones, and Damian Harris. I get the J.K. Dobbins. That was probably the last of anything good, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I don't hate it as much. It's a little sexier now just because what was available. So in the 5th round, we got Brandon Ayuk. I picked him in the beginning of the 5th, right after you picked Cooper Kupp. We had DJ Moore, Aaron Rodgers was selected, Mark Andrews, and Damian Harris at the end of that round. Nothing crazy. Do you guys see anything in that round that jumps out to you?
I like the Pitts in the 6th round. Oh wait, that's the next round. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the next round. Okay, so let's talk about 6th round. Kyle Pitts, late 6th round is a great pick by Austin there.
I was gonna take Rodrigo. That's my guy.
There was a nice little run here of guys that I liked, and I was hoping that one of these guys would land on me. We had Mike Davis, Javonte Williams, and Melvin Gordon picked back to back in the middle of the 6th round. Rank those, John, and then I want to hear Rob's. I want to hear Rob's thoughts too because he picked Melvin Gordon.
Let's do this.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do this kind of upside. I'll do that.
Oh, you're picking. Okay. We're still in the 16th round, and John can't. You can't multitask.
These picks will make or break my season.
So, round 16, pick 12. You got Terrace Marshall, a very important pick, and Ramondre
Stevenson, big back for the Patriots. I think he's going to be good too.
Cool.
All right, so who am I ranking? Melvin, Williams, and Davis?
Yeah.
I would probably, in terms of volume, I think Davis is at number 1. And then I think they're going to go Melvin Gordon earlier. Like, I think Javonte Williams is really good. I don't think Melvin Gordon is bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lean on Melvin pretty heavy. But I wouldn't be surprised if Javonte Williams has some weeks that go off for you. I just think Melvin Gordon would be the more consistent starter week to week.
So you're saying you wouldn't be surprised?
No, I wouldn't. So I think Williams is going to have some good weeks for sure. But in terms of consistency and like running backs that you want to be starting, I think Melvin Gordon offers a little more safety there.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon is definitely more safe, I think. Javonte Williams will win you your league like weeks 13 through 16, like maybe. That kind of, I think he's like that kind of player.
I think Javonte could have like a Jonathan Taylor type effect.
Sure. Yeah.
Like similar pick in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Veteran back in front of him. All it takes is an injury, and then the role's his.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I'd rather have Raheem Mostert was drafted right before those three guys. I'd rather have any of those three before Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, the injury concern and then the draft picks to take both Sermon and Mitchell make me think that it's going to be way more of a committee than.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
And you know what?
Bode well for a lot of Mostert starts.
Mostert's going to have 4 rushes for 60 yards and a touchdown. What weeks are you going to pick him though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the Niners have shown they can put out a leading rusher week to week, and it's a different guy. So, like, great for football, bad for fantasy football.
Yep. Round 7, we had guys like Odell Beckham, Chase Edmonds.
I love that Elijah Mitchell pick.
Elijah, where's that at?
Rob just got him.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's a strong dynasty play.
In what round?
I don't think you can get him this late in dynasty drafts, but like if you're drafting and you're in those mid rounds, I think you can do a lot worse than Elijah Mitchell. He's got a great skill set for that offense.
All right. So nothing really surprises me. Round 7, Tyler Boyd, Cortland Sutton, Juju Smith-Schuster, T. Higgins. They're all kind of the same players for me. Similar upside. Are you T. Higgins or Tyler Boyd? Did we talk about this last week?
I would go Higgins.
Okay.
But I think Sutton is actually a tier above those players in terms of upside.
I agree. I agree. Devontae Parker, wasted pick. Let's go back down to round 8. I got Jalen Waddle. Just threw that one away. You got Marquise Brown, Laviska Shenault, which I think is a great pick by Austin there in the 8th round. Rob got Robbie Anderson. I like it. Let's see. Carolina. Where's this offense going to in Carolina? DJ Moore, obvious. Is DJ okay? So DJ Moore, is he the for sure wide receiver 1? Like no doubt
on the
about
team?
it.
Yeah. But that offense is going to run through Christian McCaffrey.
Definitely.
100%. So like DJ Moore's still going to get looks, and I love the quarterback situation with getting Darnold there. I think that's a better quarterback for that team.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Moore has quietly been a 1,000-yard receiver, and his quarterback play has not been great. So I still think that he's absolutely a wide receiver 1 on that team, and he should put up some pretty strong numbers.
Yeah. All right. So let's keep going. Gronk, we talked about a little bit. The beginning of round 8. Round 9, Antonio Brown, Jerry Jeudy. I like both of those picks, mine and John's picks there. Devin Singletary, James Conner, I think was a pick of, I want to say the pick of the draft. But I really, really like the James Conner pick in the late of the night,
Really?
Far. Yeah, I do.
So what about it?
I think Chase Edmonds is going to be I know I keep saying this, I don't really know a better word, but Chase Edmonds is going to be the sexy pick, right? And because he is, that's throwing James Conner's ADP off big time because Edmonds is going so far ahead. And I think James Conner, I just think he can hold a true RB1 position there. Okay. I don't think Chase Edmonds can.
It's just the offense there in Carolina isn't really predicated on using the running back a lot between the tackles, or like
you mean Arizona
running back a ton,
right?
So I just don't see the value translating as much, because James Conner got every opportunity to be the RB1 for Pittsburgh last year, and he didn't look that great, and then overall kind of, the body failed him later in the season. I don't see the same kind of opportunity in Arizona in terms of making sure that he gets going.
But does that really warrant a 9th round pick?
Yeah, I guess, in 9th round you could absolutely do worse.
You took AJ Dillon 2 rounds before James Conner.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of crazy.
I get that.
I mean, Chase Edmonds 2 rounds before James Conner, which, okay, I get that 2 rounds before, there should be about a round in the middle between those, but you're drafting guys like AJ Dillon and Michael Carter in a redraft. I'm sorry, Soup Dave, because you got both of those guys. I'm not crazy about it. Let's see, going down to the 10th round, Trey Sermon, interesting. Jamal Williams was picked in the middle of the 10th round by Rob. Rob, is there anything in particular you like about Jamal Williams? I think that was a pretty good value there, but you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think it was good value too. Swift still hasn't really proven. He had a few boom games last year, but I feel like they're bringing in a vet to really take control of that offense. And I figure it's more like a coin flip in the 10th round to maybe take over that role during preseason.
Yeah,
sure.
And the upside too, if Swift were to miss time, like Jamal Williams is an excellent running back. Like I think he would fill in just fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, he was very he worked very well any chance that he got in the field when Aaron Jones was out. So
yeah, I
like it. Javian Hawkins. So you went back to back, Rob, with 2 picks. I really like Javian Hawkins. I like, we kind of talked about that in the draft. Robert Tonyan was picked in the 11th round as well. I like that. You guys see anything standing out to you so far? Just looking at this.
You took my
nothing.
kicker.
Round 12, Trevor Lawrence, your backup quarterback. John, not bad. Let's see. Christian Kirk was taken.
I think
Corey,
that's kind of a wasted pick.
Yeah, I mean, look, but Christian Cook, Corey Davis, Cole Beasley. It's like, all guys are like, right? Like nothing to see here. You can move on.
That's when I'd be like, in these rounds when I'm looking at those players, then like I'm swinging for Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Kadarius Toney, or Rashad Bateman, like players that, like, when you watch them play, like they do something that makes you say, wow, these players, with the exception of Ruggs, he might have a good second year. Christian Kirk, I feel like we've been waiting on for so long, and they just went and got Rondale Moore, who I imagine is going to fill that role that Christian Kirk used to play. Like, I just don't think we're going to see production out of Kirk.
So I think what I'm seeing a theme here is one thing that you want to take away from this mock draft. I took Chuba Hubbard in the beginning of the 12th round, not because there was value, but because the upside overwhelmed me, because I'm taking guys like him or, J.D. McKissick, Tony Pollard, Philip Lindsay. Like, I'd much rather have the upside of Chuba Hubbard. But I mean, that goes, I think all these picks, like you said, don't waste a pick in the end rounds of, somebody like Corey Davis or Christian Kirk. Like, go for that. Even though, look, you're looking at ADP and you're scared because the guys will bother, make fun of you or whatever, and, you'll get yelled at. But forget ADP in a 12th, 13th, 14th round. Like, hit the upside. Like you said, Henry Ruggs, decent. I think that was a decent pick, but the other guys, like, let's go for upside here. Let's go for right. I mean, there's a 6 wide receiver on your bench.
Yeah. Like,
you don't worry about starting him and don't worry about consistency. If he's your 6 wide receiver, you don't need consistency. You need some upside. So go after that. Same thing with tight ends. I was one of the last, I think, to get a tight end on my team. I got Mike Gesicki, which I'm fine waiting till the 13th round for Mike Gesicki.
100%.
I mean, even guys after that, Jonnu Smith and Irv Smith, were taking. Tyler Higbee, even, like, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with that. So anyways, Kadarius Toney was taken in the 14th round, a nice upside pick there.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman, again, a rookie wide receiver. The rookie wide receivers have a lot of upside because they're going so late and they could make a splash.
Well, and it's just like you got to look at where they were drafted. Like these teams spent early draft picks on these players, and NFL teams don't want to put those players on the bench. Like they need to see returns on their investment sooner than later.
Right. I think just like how we seen, rookie running backs 6-7 years ago did nothing, right? Because the development, blah, blah, blah. Then you see
different game.
Yeah, totally different game. But now you're seeing these rookie running backs come out of the gates a lot stronger. The workout regiments and the preparation for the NFL is much better than it was. And now you're starting to see these rookie running backs make a splash. That's going to start carrying over to the wide receivers as well. They're going to be able to pick up this game a little bit quicker. Their workout regiments are a little bit stronger than they were 5-10 years ago. Yeah. I think you're going to see a lot more Justin Jeffersons. You might see one this year, you might see two next year, but it's going to pick up just like how the running backs did. I strongly believe that.
And you just think about the recent crop of like the rookie wide receivers that have come in: AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Like these were players that were drafted pretty early, and then they saw the field early and produced quickly.
Yep. So I like all that. Let's see. 16th round again. We're looking for upside. Mecole Hardman. I think it's a great 16th round wide receiver that you can get.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, again, like you're looking for upside. Why not? Mm-hmm. I'd rather have Nico Collins than like later. Let's see, next picks. James White, Salvin Ahmed.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Nico Collins than those guys. So I think that was a good pick. And I don't know, man, that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, we got a bunch of kickers and defenses after that, but anything that you, okay. So let's just look at our teams. John, I'll tell you what my team, how it shaked out. Rob and John, I want you guys to tell me what you see from your own team. Mm-hmm. Give me some highs and lows from your own team. For me, I started off very running back strong. I went 4 running backs in the first 6 picks. I had to get a lot of upside from our wide receivers. In the middle rounds, I ended up getting like Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, T.Y. Hilton. I got my quarterback super late in the 11th round, Jalen Hurts. And then I got another, because we have 18 rounds here. So I got Jalen Hurts and Baker Mayfield as my 2 quarterbacks. I'm okay with that. I went really late on tight end. So I got Gesicki and Jonnu Smith. I'm okay at how my team shaped up. I'm probably not going to go running back heavy. Just because I see guys like Melvin Gordon, Travis Etienne, Mike Williams go so late. And this is pretty much every draft that we go in. I'm okay picking up Mike Davis, in the 5th round or the 6th round, and, getting somebody like, I picked Chris Carson over AJ Brown. If I would add AJ Brown and Brandon Ayuk on my team for my wide receivers, I would have really liked that. So I'm moral of the story. I don't like running back heavy. I love my Dalvin Cook pick at 1-2, but after that, I probably would have pumped the brakes a little bit and went value base. So that was mine. John, tell me about yours.
So with the first pick, I had Christian McCaffrey, and usually wherever I'm drafting, I do favor robust running back. Like I like getting these guys because I think it offers a great floor week to week for your teams to win. So getting Christian McCaffrey, and then on that 2-3 turn, I stacked Miles Sanders and David Montgomery. So I think those are both running backs that are going to be in a position to have workhorse roles, and they both catch the ball very well. The Deontay Johnson pick at 4 with Cooper Kupp. I'm looking at wide receivers that get thrown the ball often, and both of those players have immense target shares in their offense. Then I go with Russell Wilson. I was eyeing Kyle Pitts, but I think I waited a little too long. So once I saw Pitts gone, I took Wilson. And I think the upside with Wilson is even better than it was last year when they were letting him cook. They have a new offensive coordinator that likes to be aggressive in the air. And I think that's going to bode very well for Wilson in fantasy football. Let's see. At the 7 pick, I went upside with Odell Beckham. I mean, when that guy's healthy, he's one of the best receivers in the game. We just haven't seen enough consistency to be very excited about him. But 7th round pick, I think I could have done worse. Let's see. Then we go Dallas Goedert, who I think is going to be the tight end in Philadelphia. I don't think Zach Ertz is going to have that prominent of a role moving forward. Antonio Brown, I think he's on a redemption tour, and I think he's going to have an excellent year after having a season with the Buccaneers and having now an actual training camp with them. I think that's going to be very good for the rapport with Brown and Brady.
I like Trevor Lawrence. Granted, this is such a deep mock draft. We have 18 rounds, so I don't mind you getting a backup quarterback here. Most of the time, if you get Russell Wilson early, you're probably not going to back up your quarterback
for a bit.
Yeah, for a bit, but I mean, you're not going to lose. I mean, Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, you might even have some trade bait for somebody who waited a little bit longer.
That's what I was thinking, because if Trevor Lawrence is just in an offense where they want to sling it all the time, and he's just going to be very fantasy viable, I might be able to deal Russell Wilson for something pretty nice.
Yeah. And then you finish out the draft. I like Ramondre Stevenson, Terrence Marshall. You got some good upside there, and of course you got your San Francisco defense. So, good job there. I think you had a pretty good draft. Rob, interesting. I know we went through your Michael Thomas pick and your Dak Prescott pick, but how do you think your draft shaped out after those guys? And Melvin Gordon, obviously, I think was a pretty fair pick.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon was like the last good running back that I think could win the job out of camp. And it got really dry in those 7th and 8th rounds.
Sure did.
Then that's why after round 10, I started looking at other potential starters to get me those touchdowns. This being a standard league, that's what you're looking for at running back. You want 50 yards and a touchdown, just since you don't get those points for receptions. So that's kind of like what I was looking to backfill since I started pretty wide receiver, and I took Dak a little early, especially looking at the value later in the draft.
Yeah, like we mentioned, the value Dak Prescott taken in the 4th compared to like Tannehill in the 10th. But still, I think you started very solid and you wrapped it up. You got guys like Javian Hawkins, we mentioned, Alexander Mattinson in the 13th round. Rashad Bateman, I think, was a great pick in the 14th round. So, I mentioned the McCole Hardman pick. That might have been one of my favorite like sleeper picks. I know he's not a sleeper, but one of the picks that not everybody's gonna go, oh my god, you got McCole Hardman, but man, that late, I think that could be a nice little winner for you for sure.
Speed kills, and he has it.
Yeah. So overall, I think I give us all an A+. All for different reasons.
We're all winning the championship.
Look, listen, it could be a 3-way tie for first place.
For first, yeah.
That's what it seems like to me. But Souk, Dave, Clue, War Dog, Matt, Austin had a really good draft. He was in here on the podcast for a little bit. I enjoyed watching him draft. You got the Darius Slayton pick he got in the 15th.
Yep.
I know people aren't crazy about Darius Slayton, but in the 15th, why not? I think there was some upside there. Yeah. 7 Angry Inches. He drafted pretty well. Heather, we commented on her picks here and there throughout the draft. I like it. I like what she did here.
She
not crazy.
Some trade bait though with Herbert and Stafford, because I think both of them are going to be quarterbacks you want to start.
Sure. I think she was drafting, just saw the value that Matthew Stafford was probably staring in her face, and was it's hard, even if you have. I think you did the same thing with Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, right? You saw Trevor Lawrence and like, why the hell not?
Yeah, we have similar spacing between our picks too. Just
right, yeah,
one round ahead.
Yep, yeah, you're right. So that's that. I think everybody did a pretty good job. So, John, I appreciate you, man. You're going to be on, I know, for sure on the podcast many times this year. And Rob, I hope to hear your really soft voice for the next water cooler talk. I couldn't tell if you were trying to seduce me or if you were trying to hide from somebody. But either way, I liked it. So anyways, okay. Oh yeah, I got to do this. John, where can we find you? If somebody wants to yell at you.
Yeah, you can find me at Twitter at Genghis_John_.
Genghis John. I like it. If you need to spell Genghis, just Google it, because it's like there's an H in there, and I'm not smart enough to know how to spell Genghis Khan. Rob, where can we find you?
On Twitter, I'm Rob Midson.
All right. What's your phone number?
There you go.
None.
Address.
Top secret.
Credit card number.
If you want to call Rob, DM me. I'll give you his phone number.
Oh shit.
You would.
Anyways, guys, appreciate you if you're listening or watching on YouTube. Thank you. Let's try to get our YouTube subscriptions up. If you're still listening, go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you're just listening, just a regular old podcast, we appreciate it. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Don't forget, check out fantrax.com/ESF. Make sure you sign up so you can get into these mock drafts with us next week. When you sign up, make sure you just tell them Eat Sleep Fantasy sent you. It helps us out. Again, guys, appreciate it. We'll see you. I think we're going to do another episode this week, so keep your ears out. We'll do another one. Later, guys.
Dream and eat nation, we doing what we like. Tune in every week, guarantee we get it hype. Fantasy, football enthusiasts, I know you plan to be joining us on Eat Sleep Fantasy.